guys, so a few months ago I did a video about the top 5 Disneyland vacation planning myths. Well, since then I've been combing through the internet and just hearing stories, and I've come across a few more myths about the park itself that I want to discuss so you guys know what the truth really is, and those rumors can stop. Just because it sounds good doesn't mean it's true. The first myth is really kind of small, but you know those little celebration buttons you get? They can be about anything really, whether it's like, I'm celebrating, or happy birthday, or even, you know, just married, something like this. There are people that'll say if you don't want to wait in the 20-minute line into City Hall to get some of these buttons, that it would be a good idea to ask the cast members at the front gate and they can give you some. They may have some pins there, but generally speaking, they're not gonna have the time to really give you this attention when they give you the button. They're pretty much gonna be able to just hand it to you and send you on your way. If you don't wanna wait in the line for City Hall, the best places to go are actually going to be on many of the attractions, at the stores, at the front desk of any Disneyland Resort hotel, or at most table service dining locations, particularly if they have character dining options. They'll have a lot on hand for you, and they can put a little note on it for you, so it's all really cute and magical during your trip. The second one I hear about all the time has to do with those cats that many of you have probably seen wandering around the parks. I've seen a couple myself. The rumor usually goes that Disneyland owns a bunch of cats that they keep in cages backstage, and at night they let them out so they can take care of the incredibly large vermin problem and all the mice and stuff they have around the parks. Not that mouse. Other ones that no one wants. That's just simply not completely true. While there are cats around the property, they are actually feral cats that the parks just tolerate. They're allowed to roam freely because they do catch any stray mice or other vermin that they have, but they're not kept anywhere. There are no cages, they are not let out at specific times. If you happen to see more cats at night, it's because cats are nocturnal and so they're out more at night. Now, many of you have probably heard this one, that there are real skeletons on the Pirates of the Caribbean. The story goes that when they were first building the Pirates of the Caribbean, Walt Disney wanted it to be as authentic an experience as possible, and he felt that fake skeletons just were not convincing enough, and so they used real skeletons in the ride. And over the years, technology has caught up so that Imagineers could replace the real skeletons with fake skeletons that are now believable, until there are now 3 real skeletons in the ride. Now granted, one of those skeletons has been confirmed by several cast members, the one on the headboard. These other 2, no one even has any clue where they might be or which ones they might be referring to. Personally, I think this whole thing is a bit more of an urban myth that may have some weight to it. Now, number 4, which a lot of people talk about, is you might find a little golden spike near Sleeping Beauty Castle. And a lot of people say that that marks the geographical center of Disneyland. That doesn't make even the least bit of sense. Number 1, why would they be marking the center of Disneyland? It doesn't make any difference. Number 2, if you look at how Disneyland was laid out back in 1955 when they would have placed that marker, the castle is nowhere near the center. What that spike really is just simply a survey marker. They used it so that they could tell exactly where Main Street USA was supposed to go. That's it. There is a myth that on the Haunted Mansion, when you get into the graveyard scene and you see the singing bus, that the one whose head is actually sitting in its hand on the side is actually Walt Disney himself. And they talk about how convincing it is because it looks kind of like him, somewhat similar facial structure, there's a mustache and everything, and they, oh look, it's Walt, he's even inside the Haunted Mansion itself. And it is 100% completely false. First off, Walt Disney died in 1966, and the Haunted Mansion opened in 1969. When Walt was still alive, the Haunted Mansion was known as the Museum of the Weird, and only had some resemblance to the Haunted Mansion that we know today. So there's no way that he would have been able to record that before he died. That's actually Thurl Ravenscroft, who you might know better as the Ghost Host himself, or Tony the Tiger. Now here's a rumor that is both true and not true, and probably not everybody knows about this. People do know about Club 33 in Disneyland, this exclusive club that has a dining room and a bar on the 2nd level of New Orleans Square. and very secretive. And now people say, as you come out of Pirates of the Caribbean, if you turn to the left and look just past the Blue Bayou, that you will see a door with the big address of 33 on it, the very unassuming door, and that is the entrance to Club 33, it getting its name from its address, 33 Royal Street. Well, guess what? That's not true. In 2014, Club 33 underwent a major renovation and expansion. And one thing led to another. They were actually forced to move the entrance of Club 33. So that door everyone talks about, it was the entrance to Club 33, but it's not anymore. They actually ended up moving it just down the street a little ways, and it can now be seen at 33 Orleans Street. It's a much more plain looking door. You can see it if you're walking through the side streets of New Orleans Square. It just has a small little doorbell with a lit up 33 on it, and that is the only thing that identifies it as Club 33. So there are just a few more rumors that I've heard about. If you ever hear of any rumors and you'd like to know if they are true, go ahead and leave a comment and we will look into them and let you know what there is to know about them. But for right now, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. You can find all sorts of tips, tricks, secrets, hacks, all sorts of things like that on our website at disneylandforever.com, and we will see you next week. All right, see you guys.